Hello, and thank you for joining me on this wonderful day. Hi, Jaceel. How you doing? Thanks for being here. I know I didn't really plan this. I don't think I told anybody. Probably should have, but I didn't. It's good to have you here with me, Jaceel. Hey, sorry for abruptly ending everything yesterday. I felt kind of bad about that. I had some people coming over, and dog was going nuts, and I just can't concentrate. There's too much stuff going on. My ADD kind of goes nuts. Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Lady Gaga? Yeah, so Lady Gaga's got a brand new album out right now. It's called MayHem, and the reason I'm here is because somebody shared recently with me, they shared a song that she did. It was an acoustic variation of her on the piano, and I thought it was incredibly expressive, pretty wild, and I thought, hey, we should check out her new stuff. Plus, I put up a poll over on Patreon, and I'm like, hey guys, you want to share anything cool with me? And this came up, and they said you won't regret it, so I thought, hey, why not? You haven't listened to her new stuff? Oh, well, me neither. So today's going to be a first. But for whatever reason, people think I'm going to like this new stuff. I don't know. I know of Lady Gaga, but I don't know much about, like, the things I know about her are her main hits. I know her songs. I know, you know, bouncing on the pogo stick. You know, I know the crazy and wild outfits. And I've often discredited Lady Gaga just because she seems kind of wild, you know? She seems, the fashion aspect of what she does always has been like, all right, man, what is going on here? You know, because oftentimes when things are overly shocking or way over the edge, it tends to be a gimmick. It tends to be like, all right, what are you making up for here visually that you're making up for sonically with your music? And that's not to say that I've not liked the singles that I've heard on the radio and stuff, you know, like, the mid-2000s, it was like this crazy like party anthem thing she had going on, and I really did enjoy it. Poker Face, that was an awesome one. Her theatrics overshadow her incredible musicianship. Well, it wasn't until I heard that one song, and I wish I could remember it. It was on Live Request Wednesday. Someone said, hey, check this one out. And I'm like, oh my God, she actually has some range. Oh, it seems like she's talking about something kind of sincere. It seems like she's putting her heart and soul into this. All right, this seems like it's a real musician, a real performer, a real person expressing real emotions. And that excited me. So today, let me pull it up over here. The new album is called MayHem. Let me just get everything all up and set here. Nope, not that one. It is this one. Yeah, MayHem. Let's pull up the lyrics. And let's check it out, shall we? First one is Disease. She writes her own music also. That's cool to know. That's good to know. You know, it's I often appreciate that from the musician standpoint, you know, seeing her play her own instruments, seeing her up behind the piano. I think I've seen her on the guitar once or twice before as well. It's kind of cool, man. It really is cool. Not to discredit anybody that uses, you know, producers and things like that. Some people just specialize and they just have a phenomenal voice or whatever. And just the musician side of things has never been their bag. But it's cool if she can do it all. Let's check out the first one. The song is called Disease. And let's see what she's got to say. Bear with me while I figure out the audio here. Probably go a little higher than that.
There are no more tears to cry. I heard you begging for life. Running out of medicine. You're worse than you've ever been. Screaming for me, baby, like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be an antidote tonight. Screaming for me, baby.
Why is that going down?
Poison on the inside, I could be an antidote tonight. I could play the doctor, I can cure your disease. If you were a sinner, I could make you believe. Lay you down like 1, 2, 3, eyes roll back in ecstasy. I can smell your sickness, I can cure your disease.
I don't know why it's not auto playing. What the fuck?
You're so tortured when you sleep, plagued with all
Fuck
your
it.
memories. You reach out and no one's there, like a god without a prayer. Screaming for me, baby, like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be your antidote tonight. Screaming for me, baby, like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be your antidote tonight. I can play the doctor, I can cure your disease. If you were a sinner, I could make you believe. Lay you down like 1, 2, 3, eyes roll back in ecstasy. I can smell your sickness, I can cure your disease. Bring me your desire, I can cure your disease. If you were a sinner, I could make you believe. Lay you down
I love
like
that bit of
1, 2,
hesitation.
3, eyes roll back in ecstasy. I know all your secrets, I can cure your disease.
Great expression. Interesting run. Okay, that is eerie. It is haunting. It is very well produced. There's a lot of interesting sound design going on here. It reminds me of some kind of like industrial dance bop. There's hints of, I guess, what kind of is like techno. It has like harder style beats to it. Lady Gaga's got some interesting flair to a voice here. A lot of variation we're seeing, which is very cool. I especially like the piano during, I guess, what we'll call the quasi bridge part or whatever. I think it's cool to add a different, more organic texture into this very mechanical-esque sounding soundscape here, which is kind of cool. But yeah, her projections, her inflections, very, very cool. She gets soft, she gets quiet, she gets very, very small, and then she has those moments of power that just kind of, it feels like it's coming from her gut. It feels like it's almost coming from a primal place, especially after coming from such a small place, those softer, more melancholic moments, like when she finally expresses herself and like really pushes things out, it does seem to have a pretty interesting dramatic shift that way, especially with having those two massive contrasts back to back. Very cool. All right, what an interesting song to start off with. As far as lyrically, what's going on here? I don't know, man. I'm not 100% sure on this one. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too familiar with Lady Gaga, her origin story or like what she's been going through or whatever. I know the basics of what's been on the radio. I know the basics of what what was that movie she did?
So
I thought that was
happy
pretty
you're
cool.
doing
I thought she was a
this.
decent actress. But for whatever reason, she's always just not been on my radar. Yeah, because here's the thing, man. It sounds like some sort of like tumultuous relationship, some sort of like toxicity happening here. And it seems possibly like they're coping together, like they're not healthy for each other. They're both sick in some kind of way. And it's almost like she's a siren, like she's luring this guy back into him. Like, come on, I can heal you in all these different interesting ways. But at the end of the day, it just comes across as like reading and bleeding through with toxicity. Interesting stuff. Hey, what's up, son? You're happy I'm doing this? Yeah, well, this is going to be my first Lady Gaga album, my first real approach to her, her medium in full album format outside of just the crazy stuff you hear on the radio from time to time, But I don't know. Lyrically, it's kind of hard to gauge this. Maybe we'll learn more as things go on. I'm so sorry that Spotify is just not. Let me see if I can close it and bring it back up again. I'm so sorry that Spotify is not doing the scrolling thing, which is kind of a pain. Let me do this one more time. Maybe if I go over here. Next one's Abracadabra. Hopefully it scrolls. If not, it's a pain in the ass for me to scroll, so I might just keep the lyrics off and just remember them. Her relationship to Lady Gaga as a persona. Is that what it is? Is that one of those things where there's the person? What is her real name? Does anybody know Lady Gaga's real name? I don't know. So maybe she's approaching this from the persona of Lady Gaga, the wildness of her. Do you guys remember when she was wearing like that suit made out of meat? She had like fillets and shit like strapped to her tits. It was crazy. Her name's Stephanie? Yeah, that's a good millennial name. There's lots of Laura's and Stephanie's and Becky's in this age group. All right? None of us were immune to it. Lady Gaga's got a better ring to it, I suppose. It's a little wild. I like the name Stephanie, though. Stephanie was my first crush from Full House. I used to dig that girl. All right, next one is called Abracadabra. Shit. These beats go hard. Good, we're scrolling. It's so retro. That's cool.
Choose the road on the west side as the dust flies. Watch it burn. Don't waste time on feeling. Use your passion. No return. Hold me in your heart tonight in the magic of the dark moonlight. Save me from this empty fight. In the game of life, like a poem said by a lady in red, you hear the last few words of your life.
Great run.
With a haunting dance, now you're both in a trance. It's time to cast your spell on the night. Abracadabra, amor una na. Abracadabra, orda ugaga. Abracadabra, abra una na. In her tongue she said, "Death or love tonight." Feel the beat under your feet, the floor's on fire. Thunderbolt of dance, come to me. Sing for me your sin, full melody.
That's beautiful.
Abracadabra, amor una na. Abracadabra, orda ugaga. Abracadabra, abra una na. In her tongue she said, "Death
Damn. Okay. Well, this girl definitely knows how to write a hook. She puts together a very catchy hook. This is kind of retro as far as like sound design is concerned. It sounds like she's using a lot of like old school like Roland synthesizers, especially with like that modulating, pitch shifting bass line, which kind of has like an insecty type of feel. Even the piano has like that 90s kind of techno thing, that very sharp staccato stab feeling to it. Heard a lot in like Ace of Base. I always use them as a reference because I just feel like, I don't know, they kind of coined that sound. They didn't coin it, but like they were one of the more popular ones that used that sound. But it was like everywhere in the mid 90s there. Regardless, it was kind of cool. It has a really interesting shift. It slips in and out of like making me feel like I want to. It makes me feel like part of the song makes me want to dance so fucking hard. It makes me want to like violently rave, violently rage, and dance and shake my ass in a very aggressive way. But then it slips in and out of these verses that are kind of soulful and they're beautiful, and it's just it feels almost kind of folky in essence. Like it feels like she wants us to dance, but she also wants to hypnotize us and put us under this crazy spell. Like she wants to. I don't know. And then she's making up words here. Arma onana, abracadabra. Like, I don't know, man. I guess it's kind of weird. She's just enunciating and playing around with vowels through the use of melody, which is kind of cool. I mean, I guess it fits. It's within form of like the Lady Gaga name, I suppose, because it just, some of it's kind of made up, but it fits within the confine of the song and keeps things melodic and keeps things moving and fun. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's like this, it's like if voodoo and hardcore ass shaking came together in one beautiful mix. That would be what this is. I don't know how else to describe it. Do I like it? Yeah, absolutely, man, because it has a perfect amount of cheese to it, in my opinion, the things that I enjoy. It's got a great hook. It's got beautiful, I guess I'm going to call them choruses. I'm not sure. I didn't really follow the structure of it too much. I was paying a little bit more attention to the lyrics, which I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, she's like out there shaking her ass in the moonlight. Like, I feel like she's some kind of like new techno age witch just out there chilling in the woods, just dropping it like it's not hot, but like scolding fucking hot, you know, and just like getting down, getting dirty with chipmunks and shit. Not in a sexual way, but just like in a way of releasing aggression. And that is how Abracadabra makes me feel, I guess. Her performance at Coachella was iconic. You know, I've never really seen her perform live besides that piano rendition I saw a couple weeks back, but maybe I should check her out. Her live performances are incredible. I guess I should check them out. She brings it together when she says in her tongue, she said, "Death, love, tonight." Wow. Okay, people are saying Coachella. Maybe I should be checking that out too. I'm going to continue with this album, but so far it's been interesting. It's been darker than I thought it would be. I don't know why I always thought of like Lady Gaga as like this bright candy pop thing. Sure, it's pop, but like there's a certain dramaticism to her voice and her expression and the way that structurally and sonically it all shapes up that I enjoy. All right, let's continue. That's a fun one. I like that one. Garden of Eden.
Go get your friends and meet me on the floor. You're out of candy, I can get you more.
It's so whimsical. Like I'm trying to like really pinpoint like even effects that she's using. It is so polished as far as like production and things go. Like it sounds like some kind of driven guitar, but it's coming from a synthesizer, and there's like this interesting flange to it. And flange normally makes things wet, but for some reason it sounds dry. Like there's no dissonance to it. It's very cool. It's very creative.
You start to slurring and I start to squeal. I'm falling over in my 9-inch heels. Come on. Come on and hit me. Come on.
All right.
DJ, come on.
I'm turning this up.
Hit me. Come on. I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for the night. My excuse to make a bad decision. Bodies getting close under the lights. I've been feeling this familiar feeling like I've known you my whole life. Take it to the garden of Eden, poison apple, take a bite. I'll take you to the garden of Eden.
That's cool.
Take you to the garden of Eden. I'll take you to the from the adrenaline. This chick's a machine, but her friend is way
This is fantastic.
but you can't hear her with the music on. So you say yes, and then the party's on.
I love the choir.
I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for the night.
That's clever.
Excuse to make a bad decision. Body's getting close under the lights. I've been feeling this familiar feeling like I've known you my whole life. Take you to the garden of Eden, poison apple, take a bite. I'll take you to the garden of Eden. 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 Come on, baby, come I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for the night. My excuse to make a bad decision. Body's getting close under the lights. I've been feeling this familiar feeling like I've known you my whole life. Take you to the garden of Eden, poison apple, take a bite. I'll take you to the garden of Eden. I'll take you to the garden of Eden. I'll take you to the garden of Eden. I'll take you to the garden of Eden.
What is this? Little outro? Well, that was fucking cool. So far, this is my favorite track, Garden of Eden. I would imagine this is probably a single or something off of this album. I mean, all the songs have been so catchy so far, but this one right here is just an absolute bop. I mean, sonically, there's so much happening, and textually, there's so many things happening, and like accent melodies going off of her voice, and like this cool choir effect that's coming in and out, that's giving us some like great space. And when things finally like break down for that Garden of Eden, and we're like left with that like very unique and abstract effect on like what sounds like a guitar, and like this like insect-esque bass vibe to it. I don't even know how to describe it or what it is. Something tells me they worked in the sound design in this album for a very long time to pinpoint and make these things exactly how they are, because they're very unique. Like my ear is pinpointing, like I can pick up like the module that's making these sounds and everything, but like there's nothing quite like this. And it's off the wall, man. It's more dark and industrial than I thought. This reminds me of kind of reminds me of 9 Inch Nails a little bit. You guys like this one? For a pop artist, she's very experimental. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. It's been very experimental so far, but at the same time too, it's not like so off the wall and so wild in like its approach and execution that like you're not grounded to anything, because as many layers and as much soundscape and like as many like harmonies and these accent melodies that there are, like it still is manageable. It still has a great hook to it. I mean, as far as beat mapping and everything goes, like this is your classic 4/4 or pounding four in the floor beat mapping or whatever you call it. I just call it 4/4, but like it has all of that, so it's easy to follow, and it gives you like an anchor point in that. Lyrically, there's some clever one-liners here as well. I like that. You can be my girlfriend for the weekend, and what is it here? You could be my boyfriend for the night. No, here it is. I could be your girlfriend for the weekend, and you could be my boyfriend for the night. Like, Jesus, it switches that power dynamic up a little bit, and it seems like it's like almost like church, but instead of like talking about church, her church is the dance floor. Like she's just out there fucking partying and dancing. It's fun. It's bouncy. There's a lot to sink your teeth into sound design wise here. I mean, there's so many little effects that I was hearing, and interesting panning, and just like some cool black and whites. Oh, man, I switched up my headphones for this one just because it's a little bit more comfortable for right now. But I'm going to go back and listen to these on my open back headphones after because there's a lot going on here. So far, this is my favorite. I like this one the best. I would imagine this is probably a single. Let's keep on keeping on. Okay, so it's all like dark wave synth melodies.
I'm made of plastic like a human doll. You push and pull me, I don't hurt at all. I talk in
Oh, it's so nice.
my brain it aches. You say I love you, I disintegrate. I become a notorious being. Find my clown, she's asleep on the ceiling now. Can't get me down. You left to hate me. I'm the perfect celebrity. Rip off my face in this photograph. You make me money, I'll make you laugh. Show me you're pretty, I'll show you mine. You love to hate me. I'm the perfect celebrity. I look so hungry, but I look so good. Tap on my
So that wasn't even a single?
diamond blood. Choke on the fame and hope it gets you high. Sit in the front row, watch the princess die. I'll become a notorious being. Find my clone, she's asleep on the ceiling.
I love the rasp.
Can't get me down. You love to hate me. I'm the perfect celebrity. Rip off my face in this photograph.
Punchy.
You make me money, I'll make you laugh. Show me you're pretty, I'll show you mine. You love to hate me. I'm the perfect celebrity. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Catch me as I rebound without a sound. Save me, I'm underground. I can't be found. Hollywood's a ghost town. You love to hate me. I'm the perfect celebrity. Rip off the face of this photograph. You make me money, I'll make you laugh. Show me you're pretty, I'll show you mine. You love to hate me. You love to hate me. You show me you're pretty, I'll show you mine. You love to hate me. I'll be your perfect celebrity.
All right. I was baited into this album. The only context I got is you won't regret it. I had no idea what I was walking into. I thought that I'd be getting some kind of like pop candy style album that would have a couple interesting things that I could pull from it. I was not expecting a full on industrial electro pop album like this with like undertones of dark synth waves and everything. This is kind of my jam. This is the kind of music that got me into what I do and this is it. I grew up on, I was inspired by acts like Nine Inch Nails, and it's having all those quintessential sound design cues and interesting beat mapping and fall off melodies and accents in odd ways. And it's just being executed in a way that makes it so much more pleasing than what Nine Inch Nails could get me. I think I said this on a stream recently where I love bands like Nine Inch Nails and everything, but there's one facet of that band that like has always irritated the fuck out of me. And it's the guy who writes all the music. I fucking love the guy. All right. The guy was a huge inspiration to me, but I just can't stand his voice. All right. He can cut you to your core and he can be great in certain ways, but sometimes it's kind of a lot and there's not a lot of variance to his vocals. But somebody like this, somebody that has these kind of dramaticisms, somebody that can be almost cabaret in her approach to her vocal runs and textures, and really experiment with things is very exciting for me. I was not expecting to like this much. I was just thinking, sure, I'll give it a shot. Lady Gaga's somebody. I know she just won some awards and whatnot. This will be fun. But this is fucking wild. This is a full-on electro rock. I don't even know so far. We're like three or four songs in. And so far, there's been no skips. And there's constant action here as well. Like, I don't know where songs are going to go. And when we're reintroduced to parts that our ears already become familiar with, like, I'm happy they're there. But, like, I enjoyed the journey that she took us on in other places as well. And vocally, it's fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool effects and stuff that's, like, symmetrical to the sound design of all of this. But, like, she still has, like, these jumping off parts where she does get more cabaret and, like, I don't know, just the dramaticism of it and the variance of it. And just like, it's not as, like, it's dark. You know what I mean? Like, if this was like a Nine Inch Nails song was dark, it would just be like dreary and like, it would just be that one tone, that one, I don't want to say monotone, but like that one texture you have to work with, you know? And when you wanted to go high or go low, like your voice cracked. And I guess that added to like the pain and suffering of what all that was. But like this, she's just like, vocally, her performance is almost, there's an angle of like playfulness to all of it. This is really fucking impressive. This is really impressive. I was not expecting this. Perfect Celebrity. Lyrically, this definitely feels sarcastic. You know, I'm sorry. I'm just absolutely enamored with the sound design and production of this album so far that I just have not been paying too much attention to lyrically what's happening. I've just been lost in the landscapes of all of this. But it sounds like she's talking about her celebrity status and approaching it from a sarcastic angle. But yeah, goddamn, this song slaps. This song slaps. I feel like Garden of Eden is most likely to be the next single. Maybe. That's a fantastic song. That was awesome. But this one was too. It's fun, man. Trent Reznor, yeah, not for the vocals, but like you think of like what that man did for like sound design, you know, and just his approach to creating new sounds and textures through music and what it can add. It can be really cool, but like it's just, there's not much, the expression just isn't there. And the thing is too, is like when you get to be a certain point, you know, when like an artist like Nine Inch Nails or like whatever, and like, and I'm not saying that he does this, but I hear this a lot with emo style or like, you know, melancholic bands that like are just like sad for sad and how they're like, everything sucks all the time. Like part of me just wants to reach to the screen and be like, dude, cheer the fuck up. All right. You're doing fine. You're living in a mansion. You're living out your dreams. Everything is going to be okay. All right. I don't know what, like fucking take some depression medication or whatever you need to get some sunshine. It's going to be all right. But like, the constant complaining, like it just, I don't know, it gets to me. It's like fucking 2 decades of this shit. You didn't have one sunny day. You didn't have one happy day. You didn't go to the water park once last year. Tell me that shit wasn't fun. All right, moving on.
Saw your face and mine in a picture by our bedside. It was cold in the summertime. High on a hill, you come to
All right.
regret that time. Once in a blue moon, I forget you, and once in your life, you'll be mine. Do you see me? Do you see me now?
That was beautiful. It's like this kind of reminded me of like modern day ABBA. There's an essence of disco to this. Again, more cabaret. I like how things switched out from this very synthwave-esque type of song and got a little bit more organic there towards that build up towards the end. I guess we'll call that the leading bridge into what would be the next chorus or the last chorus. But that was really cool. The piano was really neat. Man, yeah, this is pretty good. I wasn't sure about this one until we got to about the halfway point. She does a good job of hooking you. You know what I mean? Like you're paying attention. Like at this point, like I'm starting to figure out her jam. She wants to like do a sleight of hand on you sonically. And this one I'm like, okay, we're repeating motifs here. It's doing it again and again. But like by the time we get to the second half of the song, I'm like, okay, all right, we're building things back up again. I love it. How many songs are we into this so far? We are 5 songs into this album, and I will tell you right now, the rest of these songs, all the way up to track 14, these tracks could be absolutely shit, and I will still love this album just because of these 5 songs so far. I am thoroughly impressed with this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking out her live stuff as well. You know what I really liked about Vanishing Into You as well? Like, she does a lot of like these like reverb and chorus towards the endings of some of her phrasing when things are really synthetic, and it comes across very modular, and it almost has like a vocoder type of feel to it, but it's not quite as processed as that. But when all that strips out and it's just the piano and that bass and like the organic building of the drums and everything, it's just completely clean, and there's no loss to it. There's no crutch to it. Like there's a certain angle of like beauty and the beast to it. Like her natural rasp, like it's just, there's something incredibly unique about it. Like it can be beautiful and dark at the same time, and it's all just one natural tone. Let's continue. Next one is called Killa, and it's featuring Gallus Festine. Gallus, I don't know. That's too many letters for a name. There's like 15 letters in whoever this person is on this album, this track here. You gotta show, if my name was that many letters, I'd just be like, I'm gonna go by guy or girl. Or I don't know, just be like the first 4 letters. People are getting real liberal with their names around here. What the actual fuck? I have no idea. I never know what to expect with this. I did not know what I was getting into. All right. God, okay, what is that riff from? Time. I won't remember it. Is this a cover? Who knows this riff? Who knows this melody?
Standing on the corner, smoking that gas, and the boys all pass me by. Talking some shit with your hand on my ass. I'm a murderer in disguise. Yeah, you wanna be cool, but you're making me mad. Bite my lip, it starts to bleed. Yeah, it tastes so good, but it gotta be bad if I'm gonna get you home. Gonna make the curtains scream, believe that. Gonna make the ceiling shake for me.
I love that essence of tension. That sustained note.
I'm gonna make you scream, that's a matter of fact, I'll be a fantasy. I'm a killer, and when you gonna die tonight? Killer.
It's got essences of Bowie to it. It feels like Prince. It's got funk, man.
Lighting up my final cigarette, I'll burn a hole right through your eyes. Looking at you like a zombie killer, hungry for a homicide.
What?
If I get you alone under your skin and bone, I'ma try you on for size. I'm about to wear you out like my favorite suit, who's paralyzed. Gonna make the curtains scream, believe that. Gonna make the ceiling shake.
Gonna make the curtains cream. How do I dissect this?
Gonna make you scream, that's a matter of fact, I'll be a fantasy. I'm a killer, and when you gonna die tonight? Killer. I'm a killer, and when you gonna die tonight?
It's so fucking fun. Sure. Oh, that tension points come back. It's metal.
Killer.
Gaga's just horny? Maybe. Well, that was fantastic. Let me go back here. Groovy, catchy, funky, a touch of Prince, maybe a bit of Bowie to it. Oh, God, I'm thinking of something. I can't think of the name. I'm not going to spend 20 minutes looking for the song and do the thing I normally do. But it's reminding me of something. It's just so damn catchy. Guys, I'm really trying. I feel like in the last year or so, due to some of the artists that I've been covering that are very lyric heavy and poetic, I focus a lot more of my attention on lyrics nowadays to try and broaden my horizon as a reactor. And I'm trying to like decipher stuff, but like, I think I'm too lost in the weeds here, man. And I don't know what's going on here. It feels sexy. Someone just said, yeah, Lady Gaga's horny, and I'm getting some of that. Gonna make the curtains cream. That is a brand new sentence. I don't think before Lady Gaga said that, those words have ever been uttered into the sphere of anybody's psyche. They've just never been there before. Or maybe she just means they're gonna be like, she's gonna have cream colored curtains, which are nice. I'm wearing cream today. Maybe she's just a fan of cream. I'm gonna make you scream. Maybe she's just trying to rhyme. I don't know. Again, great vocal performance. I couldn't really tell the difference between this Galifianakis person and her. Kind of, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm just lost in the sauce here, man. It's just fun. And that's the thing, too, is it's just fun. It feels fun, you know? A lot of times, like this like dark introspective music that's, you know, follows the waves of like synthwave and stuff can be a bit morbid at time, you know? And it can be kind of a lot, but this is a lot to unpack, but it's still fun. That was awesome. Curtains can also be taken as the bottom lips view. yeah, I was getting that, but maybe she's just talking about decorating. I'm gonna believe that she's just talking about decorating. All right, she's got a nice light blue walls. All right, and she wants cream curtains, and that's just like the aesthetic. She's going for some like natural pastels in her life, and I can respect that, or maybe not. This is like Holla Back Girl. Okay, all right. All right, I had to get out of this. I pull and I pull from other artists, but this the clap so far and like that fast-paced staccato vocal-esque thing, it just reminds me about Holla Back Girl. Holla Back Girl's a great song. No, where is it? I mean, am I wrong? Why can't I type?
Get him really close.
Me neither, Gwen. All right, let's continue. I'm invested. Let's go.
See you over there in the back of this party, and your girlfriend isn't here. Yeah, your girlfriend isn't here. Boy inside a cage, looking angry and tired, like you've been up for days. Cause you're an animal, and you're closing in on me. Yeah, you're an animal, and
fun.
Yeah, you're an animal, and it just can't be this way. I can't see straight, and my hands are tied. I could be a type from your zombie.
No, I missed the meow.
Can't see straight, but the feeling's right. I could be a type from your zombie mind. Put your paws all over me, you zombie boy. Put your paws all over me, you zombie boy. I don't want you to stay, but I can't watch you walk away. I think about you in my dreams. You're better off for fantasy. Goodbye, I'll see you in my dreams. I can't see straight and my hands are tied. I could be a type from your zombie mind. No, I can't see straight, the feeling's right. I could be a type from your zombie mind.
That is Zombie Boy. Okay, I think this is just about an intimate experience, or her wanting to have an intimate experience with somebody and equating it to the relationship between the living and the dead of a zombie. And it's reminding me of like old school Michael Jackson, you know, Thriller vibes and all that stuff. The whole thing is very theatrical. So far, everything has been theatrical. It's been kind of over the top, which makes more sense about kind of her look. You know, in the beginning of the stream, I said that I discredited her a lot for these wild and outrageous looks and everything. But now having heard, you know, just a small bit of her media, of her, you know, entirety of this album, it kind of makes a lot of sense. Does her other music sound like this? Is it all like this, or is every album kind of different? This is like it's like a dark fun party. She's got another song called Monster, where she's talking about a boy and says, "Take your paws off me," and I like to think they're connected. Does she have a lot of albums? She's been around for a while. She must have multiple albums, right? How many albums did she have? Let me just go down here. Let me see here. See discography. All right, so Mayhem's the newest one. Santa Claus she does Santa Claus is Coming to Town. All right, there's a lot of singles and whatnot. Oh, yeah, that's right. She was in the Joker movie. I don't think I've seen that, but I didn't hear very good things. Harley Quinn was an album. Okay. That's from 2024. So she releases albums pretty regularly. That was from last year. Wow, she's busy. Damn. Born This Way, the 10th anniversary. That's from 2021. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. Chromatica from 2020. What's her first one? Just Dance. Okay, that's from 2008. All right, so she's been active since 2008. So she's been around for a while. She's almost 20 years in the industry at this point. How have I been sleeping on her? All right, let's go back to this album. 7 albums in entirety? Huh. Well, I don't know if they're anything like this. I think I like them, but I'm pleasantly surprised by this one. Lady, you think she does? Do you think I should do a deep dive on Lady Gaga? Does she have like a certain fandom, like the Swift, like Taylor Swift fans or Swifties, and BTS fans or the Army? Does Lady Gaga have one of them? Do they have like a name, like a name for their fandom? How do I join that? How do I get involved in that? They're called the Little Monsters. I can dig it. They're really called Little Monsters? Shit, man. All right, sign me up. I want to be in the Little Monsters gang. Sounds adorable and scary, and I'm here for it. Love Drug. Maybe Lady Gaga deserves a deep dive. I could swing back around and do her first album and see where it goes from here. This is pretty wild. All right, here we go. Love Drug. Do the Coachella performance. Is it the most recent Coachella? Just so I know what to look for. Yeah, people want to see it. I'll do it.
In my eyes, I've got a poem in my throat. I hear the music and it takes me by surprise. Pictures in my mind, they come on faster than they go. Another round open, this one will make me blind.
Okay, thanks.
I know this time I won't escape these thoughts in my head. I need you tonight, but I'm gonna fight.
Thank you, Code. Yes, that'd be very helpful.
I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry, so I'm gonna dance until I feel alright. I just need a dose of the right stuff. I just need a hit of your love drug. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry, so I'm gonna dance until I feel alright. I just need a dose of the right stuff. I just need a hit of your love drug. Thought we'd last a lifetime when I'm mumbling alone. I taste the last words that you spoke to me like wine. My heart is in a bind. If I could bear it on my own, I wouldn't try so hard to numb what's left behind. I know this time I won't escape these thoughts that I dread. I need you tonight, but I'm gonna fight the feeling instead. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry, so I'm gonna dance until I feel alright. I just need a dose of the right stuff. I just need a hit of your love drug. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry, so I'm gonna dance until I feel alright. I just need a dose of the right stuff. I just need a hit of your love.
Okay, that is Love Drug. And so far, this is the only song that I really feel like I can pull something meaningful and worthwhile talking about lyrically. Maybe it's just because I'm getting used to the music now. We'll talk about that in a second. But this is kind of sad, you know? This feels like she's talking about coping to a certain degree, you know? And some people do this, which is, you know, it seems odd to me, but it makes sense that, like, you know, I've heard other people do it too, even like with BTS and stuff, like dancing through the pain and everything, like, and how it can be therapeutic. Basically, finding therapy through the form of dance and movement, and maybe just, you know, I don't know, moving your blood around or something does something to you. I think she wants to be numb. She wants to forget about whatever situation is happening. She's having some deep-seated thoughts, these dark thoughts that are in her head, and she wants to be numb to it. She doesn't want to feel, she doesn't want to cry, she doesn't want to address whatever feelings that she's having. She just needs a small dose, a small bit of Love Drug. And I feel like she's coping through things of, maybe she's trying to feel okay by, you know, just by getting acceptance from somebody as well. So it's kind of sad. And then sonically, it definitely has like that 80s type of feel to it. Like, I feel like like it almost reminds me of like Kiss's Love Gun, and maybe she took some inspiration from that, maybe just from the name alone, because sonically it doesn't really share too much except for that kind of era of sound design, I suppose. But yeah, she's in a place where she's thinking about some dark things. She wants to be numb to it, and she needs something to help further push those feelings down. At least that's what I'm getting from it. But yeah, overall, pretty good song. Let's continue. How Bad Do You Want Me?
The good girl in your dreams is meant your loving me. I know you wish that she was me. How bad do you want me? You're not the guy that she's, and you're afraid that she might leave. 'Cause if I get too close, she might scream. How bad do you want me? 'Cause you like my hair, my ripped up jeans. You like the bad girl that got in me. She's on your mind like all the time. But I got a tattoo for us last week. Even good boys bleed. How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? 'Cause you hate the crash, but you love the rush. And I'll make your heart weak every time you hear my name. 'Cause she's in your brain and I'm here to kiss you in real life. About to cause a scene. How bad do you want me? You panic in your sleep, and you feel like such a creep. 'Cause with your eyes closed, you might peek. So hot that you can't speak. You're so fucked up with your crew. But when you're all alone, it's true. You know exactly what we do. How bad do you want to? 'Cause you like my hair, my ripped up jeans. You like the bad girl that got in me. She's on your mind like all the time. But I got a tattoo for us last week. Even good boys bleed. How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? 'Cause you hate the crash, but you love the rush. And I'll make your heart weak every time you hear my name. 'Cause she's in your brain and I'm here to kiss you in real life. About to cause a scene. How bad do you want me? Oh, you love a good girl. Oh, you love a good girl. Bad. Oh, you make a bad girl. Oh, you make a bad girl mad. A psychotic love theme. How bad do you want me? That girl in your head ain't real. How bad do you want me for real? You like my
Who is this girl?
ripped up jeans. You like the bad girl that got in me. She's on your mind like all the time. But I got a tattoo for us last week. Even good boys bleed. How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? How bad? Tell me. 'Cause you hate the
Oh,
heart weak.
the Persona thing again. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I thought for sure that like she was involved with this person, this guy, and like he had his mind on this other girl, this infatuation, and like she wasn't tangible. She was maybe like, I don't know, an internet person or a celebrity or something that he didn't know, but he was like obsessed with. And she was like, I'm right here, and you know, you seem to be kind of making this work, but I need to know, like, how bad do you actually want me? Because you have this other person that's just living in your head. But if she's just talking about the different side of herself, that kind of puts a different spin on this whole thing and more emphasis on her talking about her persona as this like living, breathing thing, this extension of herself, not so much an act, but like what she pours her heart and soul into and kind of becomes. And like she's almost an equal with her persona as she is with her off persona, and balancing that can be difficult for her in a relationship. Yeah, it definitely puts a different spin on things for sure. He's infatuated with the bad girl persona, but she's actually a good girl, but she's asking, how bad do you want me? I'll be bad. Oh, that's dangerous. So she's willing to do things to switch things up. She's willing to change herself to get this person to enjoy her more, you know? And I guess we all do that from time to time with our partners and stuff. You know, we find things that they like and we kind of lean towards that just to kind of, because we know they like it, you know, and we love those people and everything. But like, this to me sounds like she might be getting kind of lost here in it, you know, getting lost in that persona, getting lost in this, you know, fabrication of herself, and it be kind of taking over her center psyche, you know, and that's where things got to get a little bit dangerous, you know, and I think that's what she's talking about here. And I think that's the kind of the scary aspect of this, and it's a sincere admission, so I do appreciate that, definitely the sincerity. Okay, I see what she's doing. She hooks you in with like these crazy hooks and this wild sound design and like this off the wall dancing stuff. Keeps that tempo, keeps that melodic drive to it, and then slowly drip feeds us like baby birds some poetic lyrics. All right, Lady Gaga, I'm figuring you out. Let's continue. Don't Call Tonight. What's going on tonight? Why not?
I can't believe all the things that you said to me tonight, to me tonight, to me tonight. Stars are descending, the street signs go by, a lonely ride, I need to cry to feel alive. You pull me close and knock me down, then I beg to come back around. I'm so addicted to your lies.
Okay, so like in before, when she was begging for numbness, when she was begging not to feel anything, just to kind of get lost in dancing or whatever sort of like therapeutic thing she could do, she seems to be kind of coming out of her fog with this one. All right, so there's a bit of an arc.
And in the mirror I get weak as the girl staring back at me. They're your eyes, they're your eyes. Don't call tonight unless you wanna hurt me. Don't call tonight, it's not because you care.
I see.
Don't call tonight, tomorrow you desert me. I can hear everything you're saying from here. Don't call tonight, don't call tonight. Saturday morning, my head is on fire. It's hard to blame you for your crimes when I have mine. The sun is rising, but we're out of light. We twist the knife too many times to say goodbye. You pull me close and knock me down, then I beg to come back around. I'm so addicted to your lies. Oh, out in the mirror I get weak as the girls.
Do you think she's talking about the same person through all these songs?
Don't call tonight unless you wanna hurt me. Don't call tonight, it's not because you care.
Because it sounds like she's recognizing patterns.
Tomorrow you desert me. I can hear everything you're saying from here. Don't call tonight, don't call tonight, don't call tonight. Oh, oh, oh. Don't call tonight, don't call tonight, don't call tonight.
Okay. Oh, I lost chat here. Oh, it's over here. It's just not on the screen. I go back and forth with if she's talking about an actual person or herself. Yeah, that's an interesting theory. But there does definitely seem to be an arc here where she's talking about suppressing and masking and finding ways to cope and push things down. And now it seems like she's recognizing patterns. This could be about a partner, or it could be about herself. Again, I don't know too much about her to really grasp some of this. And that's why, I don't know, I feel like I'm caught here with my pants down a little bit, like not having done enough research or whatever. But this is just kind of my thing, is going in blind and trying to pick up the pieces and figure out in real time what the hell she's saying. But the more I keep hearing about her talking about her personas and like different angles of herself and struggling with that and struggling to find true self, it's definitely an interesting theory, and it's getting the gears turning in my head a little bit. Yeah, because she's saying at the girl staring back at me, your eyes, I think you're onto something here. And at first it's so easy just to read it as like she just needs some space. She knows if this person calls her, she knows what he's going to do. She knows that there's some sort of like ending here, or he's going to hurt her. And unless you really want to hurt her, just like do this. Like you need to give her some stuff, and she's recognizing those patterns. But it's like she's talking to herself in that aspect, which kind of puts a completely different, darker spin on all of this. But here it is, like she's coming out of this fog. A lonely ride, I need to cry to feel alive. I think that's what she's doing. So instead of pushing it down and not feeling anything and being numb to everything, she seems to be moving in a different direction. But it's so interesting if she's talking about herself. And I could totally see it. A lot of these lyrics line up in that way. Don't call tonight because tomorrow you'll desert me. I wonder how she deserts herself. I wonder what sort of habits and intricacies that like her different personas lean on and do that is destructive to herself. It could be interesting learning about all of that, because there definitely seems to be like some sort of like know-how or like some sort of like understanding that like there is going to be a traumatic event. There is going to be a certain understanding that's going to shift at some point, and she's to some degree almost powerless over it, but it's coming from herself, which is such a unique angle. She said he's helped. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm reading this here. Just noticed that her businessman boyfriend is credited as a co-writer on a lot of these songs. I don't know anything about him, but I wonder what his contribution was. I mean, it could be, she could be talking about both things. I think on first examination here, it seems like she's talking about a relationship with somebody else and just the trials and tribulations of that, and dealing with it and with her own issues and recognizing patterns and trying to move past it. But I can totally see what Sunlit is saying as well, and saying like, this might be her talking about herself. Or maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. One song doesn't have to be one thing. But I'm definitely noticing some kind of clear arc here. She's engaged now? Oh, good for her. Here's the thing with Lady Gaga too. I've seen her a million times, but her look is always so different that I could literally run into her on the street and I would have no idea that I did. I have no idea what Lady Gaga actually looks like. I just don't know. Maybe kind of from that movie I might remember. But I don't know. All right. We are officially approaching the end of the album. We've got 4 more songs left. Let's see how this whole thing wraps up. Shadow of a Man.
Standing in the shadow of another man, lonely as the streets pass me by. Life ain't under pressure 'cause I got a plan. Staring at myself in the eye. When I get this feeling, I can't get enough. 'Cause I stop believing and my voice gets low. Now I got this feeling, I can't get enough.
Total Michael Jackson vibes.
Hard to be the yellow in a purple sky.
Yeah, totally. I see what you're saying. The MJ inspiration in this one is nuts. You notice immediately. Yeah, it's the speeding up of the vocals and everything. It's the expression. I mean, even her expression, her tone has like a Michael Jackson kind of vibe to it, and like that like kind of gritty guitar tone as well. There's been a lot of interesting like '80s pop references in this as well. I'm trying to put my finger on like what kind of direction this album is. And to me so far, it feels like a love child between Prince, Trent Reznor, Michael Jackson, and David Bowie. Like they all got together and somehow had a baby, you know, like all their DNA and stuff. Like that is what this album would be. But what I do appreciate too, and like as well, is like even though there's passive homages on certain songs that kind of feel like they pay tribute to certain one of those four artists on each track. She often does trail off and do her own thing or have some kind of thing that you would never hear in a Michael Jackson song, like belt off in a certain way or switch the tone up or something. But it remains like a perfect homage in a way where it's celebrating that artist and like kind of like their style and what they do. But she's also adding something different to it as well, where it doesn't just feel like it's an extension of what that artist's, you know, vision is supposed to be, which is cool because she adds her own special thing to it and switches things up. And on every one of these songs so far, there's been a shift. There's been a tone switch. There's been some kind of crazy thing that's happened structurally that's been like, I have not expected. So like I'm on the edge of my seat going through this, not realizing like what I think is going to happen. And you think you would be able to. You think it'd be like pretty easy to, you know, pick up on what's happening, especially since so much of this is revolving around, you know, the beat mapping is dance based, you know? So when it has that 4 on the floor or that 4/4 beat through most of this, like you think you would naturally just start to understand what's happening. But there's so many switches and so many variances that it keeps it entertaining and it keeps it fun, keeps it whimsical. It's dark, but it's fun. That was Shadow of a Man. Lyrically, I don't know. I guess maybe she feels like she's living in the shadow of a man. I'll dance in the shadow of a man. I don't know. Maybe this is like her version of like what Taylor Swift does with The Man. I don't know. Could be something like that. I'm kind of getting that vibe a little bit, that she feels like no matter what she does, she might still be just like in the shadow of a man and she has to work twice as hard to get where she's getting. Or yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of getting that, but I could be wrong. Because again, this is my first experience into her really paying attention to her lyrics and like her whole vibe. She's had a bad label relationship in the past. That's what I think this song is about. Oh, really? Maybe they said something about her that she was toxic or something in some kind of way. I don't know. It's interesting. She's an interesting character, that's for sure.
Turn on the music.
The Beast. Some Genesis.
Face 'cause I see panic, who ring the alarm. I see you shivering, your eyes afraid your soul is gone. You're out of breath, tick tock, you're almost out of time. Yeah. Because at midnight there's a change in you that I have heard. You've kept this secret for so long, you whisper and it burns. You're out of breath, tick tock, you're almost out of time.
Is he a werewolf? I mean, it sounds like that's what she's saying. That is now 2 songs where she's referenced monsters in her music. We've had zombies and now werewolves. I was trying to piece this whole thing together, but it makes perfect sense. You know, at 12 o'clock, you turn into, you know, werewolf. Like, there's no like silver bullet references here or anything, but obviously she's got a fascination with monsters. And I guess if the fan base is called Little Monsters, it makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure this is some sort of like, I don't know, like metaphor for something else. Like the TikTok thing over here, I'm assuming like that's supposed to be mentioning something else as well. I think she's probably using the linear story of like what you think like, you know, a werewolf story would kind of be, and putting something else into it as well. I don't know. She is Mama Monster. I've seen people say there is a sexual interpretation in this one with the I want to feel the beast inside. Yeah, I could see that, you know, especially with like how horny some of her other music is seen and you guys mentioning. I could see that. I could also see this as her seeing herself change and maybe leading a little bit more into that persona, and maybe like that persona becoming a little bit more of her own center, you know, or her watching herself change in some kind of way and her wanting to embrace it. Like there's some sort of fascination with it as well. Yeah, we both know why. The beast inside. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, but I think it's deeper than that. I think this is a persona thing. I don't think this is like a sexual thing. Last week you left somebody dead. What the fuck does that mean? A legend in your neighborhood. Last week you left somebody dead. I mean, I don't know. Get your hands a little red again. TikTok. So I don't know. It's probably around something with TikTok. I don't know. That one's pretty good. Not my favorite, but I like the Genesis kind of like thing in the beginning.
Turn on the music.
That little part there. Okay. There's a lot of homages in here. All right, what's next? Blade of Grass.
In a garden made of thorns. Traces of lonely words, illusions torn. You said, how does a man like me love a woman like you? I said, hold me until I die and I'll make you brand new.
Okay. How does this end? Okay. Interesting little fade out there, a little pitch bend. Okay, so I'm learning from chat. I'm sorry, I don't know why chat is not popping up on the screen right now, but Jaceel says, I do know that her fiance proposed to her with a blade of grass, which makes a whole lot of sense here. So it's a love song. It's a yearning song, and I don't know. I guess she's asking for it, but it's weird her expression on this. This is the lawn of memories I mourn. Fall into your eyes, shelter from the storm. You said, how does a man like me love a woman like you? What the fuck? I don't know. Like, part of me, like, from that aspect of it, like, I think it's cute. I think it's fun. Oh, he gave you a blade of grass and wrapped around her finger, and she wants it anyway. But there's some, like, disturbing details in it as well, where it's like, is this a love song, or is this, like, I don't know. I've been so lonely in this field. Lyric hits me so hard because she had about 3 failed relationships while paving her way in the industry, and now she's found her fiance who actually pushed her to make this album and helped write the songs. Okay, well, that's sweet. Okay, so maybe she's talking about past relationships, and she's just saying, you know what, fuck it. We've had so many issues with other people, and me carving my way out through the industry, and we're at a place right now where I can share something that I love that, like, it drives and pushes me, which is obviously creating her music and her art. And to be able to do that with somebody that she loves is, you know, obviously it's the be all end all. It's the best, you know, and that's kind of awesome. But her expression comes across very, very dramatic. How does a man like me? I think he means because he's normal and she's extraordinary. Oh, okay. So you read that a little bit different. All right. I was reading that like in a sarcastic way of like, I don't know, some dickhead being like, how can you expect me to love you? You know? And I'm thinking, I'm like, you need to fucking bounce. You need to get away from that jerk. All right. That guy can suck a lemon. Yeah. See, you said, how does a man like me love a woman like you? Okay. So it's coming across sweet and endearing. You know what it is? Is like, it's like, there's a certain dramatic hesitation in her voice that happens almost in every song. And I understand, like, sonically this feels a little bit more like a love song, and, you know, it feels beautiful, but, like, I don't know, maybe it's that rasp, maybe it's just like that slight hesitation in her voice. Like, there's something that feels a bit dark to all of this, as beautiful as some of the lyrics are here. Yeah. Okay. I guess you can, I'll be your queen without a crown. He couldn't buy her a ring though. He just gave her a piece of grass. I don't know if that would have worked for me, you know? I think if I gave my wife a piece of grass, it does sound sweet. And I'm sure she probably would have said yes. But, like, part of me is like, I don't know. I don't know about that. She used to joke around with me and said, you could just get me a ring pop and that'll do it, you know? And I don't know, I almost did just to see what she'd do, but I don't know. We got her an actual ring, all right? We got her a real diamond and stuff. But it pains me to know that I could have saved a shitload of money by just giving her some grass. All right, next up is Die With a Smile. Oh, wait, this is the last one. Okay, so, it's with Bruno Mars. Have I heard this one? It sounds familiar. All right, Die With a Smile, Lady Gaga, and Bruno Mars. I love me some Bruno. I'm a big fan.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye, and I don't know what it all means, but since I survived,
Oh, I see, just
I
yeah.
realized
I figured it was something like that.
go, that's where I'll follow.
Yeah, I've heard this one.
Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth next to you. Next to you. Right next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next to you.
That is sweet. What a sweet way to end the album off. You know, I always say it's always the first and the last song. We start off with Disease and we end off with Die with a Smile. It's got a pretty cohesive nature to it as far as like song titles and how you feel in the beginning and where it takes you. Things definitely get a little bit lighter towards the end. The first 5 or 6 songs here get kind of dark. They're fun. They're a little bit silly and everything. And then it gets a little bit more introspective here towards the middle. Then it's embracing yourself. And then it talks about love and less about feeling numb and about finding that love and being happy with it and dying with a smile. So like it wraps up in a beautiful little picture. And there's an arc to it. There's a story to it to a certain degree. And every step of the way, it's just fun. It's fun from a lyrical perspective. It's fun from a sonic perspective. You just don't know what's coming up next. And the expression every step of the way, too, is a lot of fun, too. I kind of like feel like I have an idea, an understanding of Lady Gaga's tone, but I guess I really don't because I'm not used to hearing it with so many different, backdrops, with so many different textures and everything. And it's really about the devil in the detail, about how her voice fits within those textures and how it all comes together and how it works. And on paper, sometimes you think it wouldn't work. You're like, how is that rasp going to work with this like 80s rolling sawtooth? But it fucking does, And then at the same time, it's like, how are you going to fit that voice with shimmery guitars and organic drums and, all of that stuff? Like, but it does. It does. She'll slightly shift her tone just so slightly that like it still has like that classic rasp to it, but she'll belt off and it fits and it works and it's beautiful and it's unique. And yeah, man, this album here, Mayhem, in my opinion, it's just pure art. It's pure art from start to finish. It's expressive, it's exciting, it's experimental. I love the sound design. Lyrically, I'm a little left in the dark because I don't know much about her, but trying to pick up the pieces and figure things out along the way. I get to play detective a little bit here for a while, and obviously people in chat are helping me out as well. You're saying album of the year for you. Yeah, this is up there for me. I really enjoyed sonically what was happening, at least in the first 7 or 8 tracks. And then the second half of this album, I guess it got a little more introspective and things became a little bit more palatable. And I'm sure there are, songs that might be, more enjoyed by everybody else. But to me, the first half of this album is just too goddamn fun. I love that dark synth wave. I like all that. But as a whole, as like one cohesive unit, I think it's beautiful. I truly do, from start to finish. And I'm sure with more listens of this and more understandings of who Lady Gaga is as a person and her story and her struggles and everything, it'll probably have a deeper meaning and a deeper impact on me as well. I don't know. I guess the next step for Lady Gaga will be for me is you guys are saying the Coachella 2025 performance. So maybe I'll hop on in the next couple of days and we can do that one live. And if there's enough interest and people want to see me do it, I'll share going through her entire discography from the beginning up until this point, kind of like I've done with BTS and Taylor Swift and a couple other ones as well. If not, I'll just do it on my own. So it's totally fine either way for me. It'd probably just be faster if I do it on my own. But if people want to see it and they want to hear my thoughts, then I will definitely share it with people. That'd be cool. Yeah. I don't know. Just Seal. So what did you think? So I know you said you haven't heard this album and everything, but what do you think? Did you like this? I think it's pretty damn creative. I think there's great, cool stuff to this. Sunlit wants to see it. Sometimes I just need little reminders. You liked it a lot? Yeah, me too, right? This was surprising. I did not know exactly what I was walking into today. I thought that we would just kind of fly through an easy album reaction and just try and understand what's going on, but I was pleasantly surprised with everything on this album. It feels like true art. It feels like the album is back, you know? Yeah, it's super heavily processed and everything, but like it just there's more authenticity to it, you know? That's just how I feel. Maybe it's just like the organics added to it that gives it that illusion, but it feels ultra processed, but also like it's leaning into that for that degree. It's supposed to be like, we're going to be ultra processed. We're going to lean into this fact, and then we're going to slowly morph off. It's like you start this record listening to a digitized ultra AF recording, like a really digital sharp recording. And then slowly but surely it turns into, you're listening to an analog record, you know, and there's little hints along the way that you're kind of morphing and like you're blooming into a different soundscape. I feel really bad that I've fallen off from her these last few years. Well, don't feel too bad. Don't feel too bad. I mean, we might be doing a 7-album deep dive going from the beginning of where she started in 2008 up till this point. I don't know. Wait till you see her performances. She really has an incredible point of view. Yeah, I'm excited to see that, you know. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see how she pulls this off live, you know. Is there a lot of effects? I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be, because after seeing whatever that piano performance of hers that brought me to this point and made me want to listen to this album, there's no denying that she naturally has a beautiful tone. She naturally can project. She can naturally hold a tune. Her voice is incredibly stable, and she knows how to use it. Was this something that happened since the beginning? I don't know. Is there an arc to her talent? Has she gotten better along the way? You know, what sort of lessons has she learned? What has she leaned into? What has been like the fabric of her being the entire way? Have things completely shifted, or have they stayed the same? You know, there's so many questions. When she first came on the scene, people thought she was a gimmick, but no, she's a true artist. Yeah, and I feel bad saying it, Jasil. You know, I kind of felt the same thing. Seeing those overly elaborate costumes, and I get it. This is an artist. This is an artist sharing art. It feels like a true art album. Of course you'd want to go that way, but I think we're so used to things like people being over the top to get attention, especially in today's digital age, you know, with clickbait and all that stuff. It's like we see things that are like too good to be true or way over the top, and we're like, what are you compensating for? What are you hiding? You know, what kind of crutch is this? And unfortunately, there's just been so much of that like when someone actually is coming out and being artistic from A to Z, sometimes we discredit it, and I'm ashamed to say that I was one of them. Her performance is really what made it for you. I'm excited to check out the performances. I'm excited to see what she does. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty lively. It's got to be. Especially once we check out this Coachella performance. That's going to be pretty cool. Maybe Monday I can do that. Hold on, let me check my schedule here. Do I have anything? I've been stuck in stupid meetings. All right, Monday's not out yet, but I've been stuck in... People get pissed off at me in meetings too, because it's all through Zoom. I'm doing it all through this office, and they're like, I get things saying like, oh, Jim, you're not professional enough. You're not professional enough. And I'm like, the fuck? I think it's because of the stuff in the background and everything. And I don't wear a suit. But it's like, fuck you, all right? We're on camera here. It's all a Zoom meeting, all right? None of us are wearing pants. Let's stop pretending like we're wearing pants. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was rage for no reason at all. No reason at all rage, but whatever. Anyway, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for being here with me. I know I didn't tell anybody about this. I'm really bad at that. But you guys came anyway and kept me company. Thank you for sharing this experience with me. And possibly I'll be back Monday with the live performance.
I heard
Bye.
that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it. People hear you talking like that, getting everybody fired up. So I'm ready to attack, gonna lead the pack, gonna get a touchdown, gonna take you out. That's right, put your pom-poms down, getting everybody fired up.